The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the... And the Noles will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So SMU. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
Finding open areas. Got enough for the first. Turning on the Jets. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Takes the easy completion. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rios. Bringing the heat. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Mustangs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. So the Florida State Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or of course the great Peter Warren.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Jones to throw. It's complete to the left. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Using his legs, it's Samuel. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And now on second, out of the gun to give to the back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, what a move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Motion from the back. To the air. It's Rios. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Swan. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They've got the screen set up. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. The Mustangs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Hold it, finds his man on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. The Noles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Jones wants to throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. So they couldn't get it done on third down. Now they'll line up in punt formation. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Gonna run it. It's Guerrero. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the swamp. They're up by a field goal over the Judicials. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Jones to throw. Fakes to grab. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Jukes his way for more. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. And the Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Toss sweep to the left. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's caught. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Trying to barge their way in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Seminoles backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Jones wants to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, SMU! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And in the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
17, Florida State, 7.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Noles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jones to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the 1st half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Sends it back in motion. Going right to work up top. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Mustangs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He's got him. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're working that left side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the right. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll immediately call timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Mustangs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Jones to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. His drive will open from the 15. Keeping it on the ground to open the 2nd half. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the defense knew coming into the 2nd half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
The Seminoles send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. On the ground, it's Guerrero. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Rios. Escapes the sack. Oh, he's got some space. And he's knocked down. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, the running back has it. Nice move there. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Safe completion on the screen. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After losing yardage on first down, second and goal from the 10. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Gets the back moving. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Had to throw it before he wanted. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 10 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Handoff from the gun. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jones wants to throw it. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
To the back. Tackle is made after 43.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quick strike complete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off play action. And the defense got him at the 27.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got the tight end. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jones to throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. He'll do it himself. Got the 1st down and more. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The lone back's got it. Quick spin on the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The Mustangs have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Rios. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the third down pass is incomplete. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. He splits the upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running back searching for a hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Second down, he'll throw it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on third down. The Knowles decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The give to the back. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47. And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Rios. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
One of the things I love about this guy is he's so hard on himself. Did a lot of good things last week, but he also threw one interception. He said that just ate away at him all week long. Coming into this game, he wanted to play perfect. No picks so far today. He's doing just that.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Mustangs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Motion from the wideout. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. They want that clock to run. Spins away. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Mustangs. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Alabama was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen over the years. Roll Tide, sure, but this one lacked any real style points.
Leaves it with the back.
Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jones wants to throw it. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes the offense on second down.
Brings up second down.
Looking to fire. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to run it. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. This offense says it's 4-down territory, taking a chance from the 43. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's McGarry. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. Impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.